You want to get a lawyer?
Yes.
You need a for the mission?
Yes.
It's actually kind of clever.
Yes. Are we going to a very corporate world?
Parts of it, the parts you should be in are incredibly corporate.
Then why wouldn't we want a good lawyer?
That's, you know what? I don't have an answer. It's a damn good idea.
Yeah.
All right. Whiting's got some pretty damn good lawyers. I don't know that you'd really want a pirate lawyer anyways.
Yeah, I don't think we'd want a pirate lawyer. I don't think we'd want definitely wouldn't want a steampunk lawyer. That's just fucking trash.
Some of them are pretty good. Some of the steampunk lawyers are
they're
pretty
all
good.
trash. They're all trash. They're all trash. Books have cogs on them. It's trash. Yeah, Whiting.
All right, if you're sure.
Yes.
And he pulls out a coin, pushes it through the air. Big old portal opens up. What was that?
Try to catch it.
Actually, you know what? Roll a d20 plus 3.
Ah!
Oh my god.
Oh, come the fuck on!
Natty 20.
Damn, natty 20 for frickin' Lou too. So
Wait.
you reach into the air and it's this amazing attempt that looks like you're just gonna swipe it out of the air, and you actually catch the coin, and you feel so proud of the fact that you just snatched one of Lutu's coins out of the air. Then you look in your hand and there's nothing there, and he's got it in his hand instead.
What the fuck?
And he opens up the portal. And why don't you describe to me a little bit of the kind of personality traits of the person that you'd be looking for?
Oh God. Okay. I need somebody who is smart. As in overly smart. As in, as you know, me. I'm kind of obviously talking to Lou. Me. I lift my fucking 4'11" brawny ass arm, which is just a twig probably.
Yeah.
I know I'm used to the brawn, but this time I need somebody with the mind.
And he's just kind of like staring down at the ground, swiping on the portal, kind of like, okay, I got.
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
Gotta need somebody with a mind. Okay. Need somebody who has a background and knows how to read a lot of books and investigate a whole lot of clues. I need somebody who does their own digging and rolls up their own sleeves. Okay.
You want someone who's read books and looks at things?
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what?
There's
you know
a
what?
lot.
Just can I spin the world? Like, just give me that. Just give me that. I
You
like
kind of push him out of the way, yeah. And you start. No, it's kind of complicated.
No,
it's not as
fine.
easy as
I start
it's,
zooming. I zoom. No, that's an ocean. No, okay,
that's,
keep going.
You're going to see things not the way it works like this. You got to be careful.
Keep going. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Keep going. I'm spinning it like a fucking basketball on the top of a finger. Going.
And it just starts going super fast. Then when you stop, there's an image of only one person there.
I zoom it in. That one.
What does this person look like?
I like to think it's Galdrick's image a little bit, like he's like it, and only in the terms that it's also a 3-piece suit. It's perfect. You can tell it's handmade. It would be a clean-shaven gentleman, very much so likes of that sort of Cowhearth esque, you know, that sort of space cowboy vibe, you know.
Yeah.
He's got the pocket watch sticking out of, and it's dangling in his vest. You can see the chain ever so slightly, you know.
Yeah.
When you hear him talk, he has a bit of fun the way he speaks.
I love it. And like Lou too kind of tries to push you out of the way a little bit. He's like, all right. You got lucky.
Okay,
all right.
okay,
It's kind of
yeah,
complicated. You got lucky
it's
there.
not complicated. You have to use your mind.
All right. So are you sure this is the one? You didn't even look at the other people.
I don't need to look at other people. I know what I want. Do you like go to order dinner and you stare at the menu for 20 minutes like, I don't know what you want? That's what you do. What I do, I walk in there, I know exactly what I want.
All right. Well, I don't know that I really need to be insulted for looking at the options and trying to choose the best of the options.
Insulting you. It was just telling you how my mind works. You work in a very due diligent sort of take your time, make sure you know you're making the right choice. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
He's calling you stupid.
No, stop. You can't. The door's closed, idiot. You can't hear us. No, shut up. Don't play with your fucking idiot. You're supposed to. I can't believe you're going to make my guy deal with that guy for another few months, you little shit.
Your guy sounds like a jerk. We're going to have more fun out here anyways. Isn't that right? Where the fuck am I?
Oh my god. Okay. What is well, I guess first of all, what is the name of the person that has been selected here?
Okay, so fuck. His name's Bishop.
Perfect.
Bishop Kane.
I love it. And what is the scene that you've kind of spun on? Like, what are you seeing here? You see the person, but what's happening?
Fuck. I would say maybe he just won a court case. You know, this is adjourned. Gavel hits the thing. Bam. You know, everybody gets up. Everybody's leaving the courtroom and stuff like that. He's walking out with a slight grin because he just won. You know.
Yeah.
And, he's kind of exiting the courtroom.
Okay, and as he's exiting the courtroom, time slows down. Everybody around him slows to a crawl, and this portal manifests in front of him. And Lutu kind of looks at you, Galdrick.
Yeah. I walk through it.
He's like, all right, all right.
I poke my head back through the portal. Is there anything I shouldn't tell him?
I mean, there's probably a couple.
I'll figure it out. I'll go. Okay, I'll go.
Great. Now, what would Bishop Kane's reaction be to seeing everyone around him slow down and a portal open up and a Galdrick step through it? What would his initial reaction be?
Oh, well, that's new.
I love that.
And who might you be, my friend? Hi, my name's Galdrick. Hello there, my name's Bishop. Okay, listen, come on. To what? Well, there's a boy. Do you like puzzles? I guess. Well, I need you to solve a really big puzzle, and if you don't, life as we know it will end. All right. Well, that's a little bit strange to hear. Is there any way that I would be able to verify that in any term of the way, or is there any sort of literature you can give me, perhaps? Galdrick, can Galdrick like look at somebody who is like right next to them?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Just like a person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Galdrick just wants to like pull out his pistol and shoot one of them in the head.
Oh my god!
Just a random person in the head.
Wow. So they're all slowed down. So you pull out your pistol and you just bury a bullet into their head, and the bullet basically, as soon as it goes into their head, there's this spray of blood that slows way down the hole in their head, slows way down as it's caving in, and they are dead immediately. But the whole thing is now in slow motion as they're dying in slow-mo.
Yeah. Yeah, so you see, don't worry about it. They're fine. What I just did is what's gonna happen to this entire universe, except by somebody who is actually evil.
That's amazing. Could you imagine somebody evil? Jeez.
Yeah, I'm the good guy.
Oh my god.
Well, then. Is that person gonna be okay? Like, can you like rewind a little bit? Just a little bit. I'm confused. What do you mean by this? Like a bad guy? Who you just shot somebody innocent? Oh, I want to look and I realized that I shot the wrong guy. I wanted to shoot the criminal, but I shot the
Oh my god!
I'd be like, oh my god! No, I can fix this. And I want to like lay on hands because I still have my lay on hands paladin abilities. Can I lay on hands and heal it?
Okay. Oh boy. Now this is okay. We're playing pretty fast and loose with the rules. You are technically, you're actually, yeah, no, okay. So you technically have the spell. This was technically a coup de grace.
It was. That's why I'm asking. Can I fix it?
I'll tell you what. I'll let you roll for it.
Okay, absolutely. I love this.
It's gonna be rolling a d20, and you're gonna have to beat. Boy, you did shoot them right in the back of the head,
Right in
man.
the back of the head. Right in the back of the head.
You're gonna have to roll an 18 or higher.
Easy. Done. Okay, so can I get a plus 10 for being so cute?
So I think what happens. Okay, you know what? Okay, here's what happens. All right, here's the scene. You say, I can fix this. You put a hand on the person's shoulder, whose head that you just shot the back of, and when you place your hand on their shoulder, the hole in the back of their head, the shattered, caving in skull, kind of reinflates and seals up, and it's like the wound is gone. And then the bullet comes flying out the front of their face and blows out the front of their face all over the ground.
Oh, okay. All right. I want to be like, all better. Okay. Well, okay. Well, listen. It doesn't listen. I can. You know what the scariest part is? What's that? This actually doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. Can you go on again? Okay. You have a finite amount of time until a really, really, really evil thing, not like me, I'm good. A really evil thing is going to do what I just did to everybody, including you, in stop time, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Unless what I'm here to do to recruit you to do, you success. I've lost my train of thought, and you have to stop them before this happens to everyone. Okay, but if I stop them, does that mean that this person right here just died for nothing? No. You might be too good. Listen, no, they would listen. This person, they sacrifice themselves for the cause.
We'll remember them forever.
We'll remember that. We can make statues.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
We can make statues. You know who this is? That was my niece.
Oh no! Come on!
Oh my God!
Wait, what?
Oh my God!
Really?
Oh my
No. Yeah. I got you good.
Oh my God! Oh,
You know what? Fuck it. This sounds like it could be fun. Let's go.
Wow, what a nice guy. So understanding.
Good. Come on in. You're gonna love it in here.
Holy fuck! Holy shit! Wow, that is not at all how I thought that was gonna go. Holy fuck. Okay, so I take it Bishop Kane walks willingly through the portal.
Yeah. He'll walk through the portal. He's just kind of like he's seeing what is going to happen. He's like, fuck it might as well be fun.
Oh my God. And I think so as you walk through, you're kind of pushing Bishop Kane ahead of you as you're leaving the chamber, and like as you're leaving, Lu 2 kind of puts a hand on your shoulder and turns you a little bit and just like stares daggers at you for a couple seconds.
What?
All right, I saw you. I was.
That wasn't me.
I literally watched you shoot someone in the head, and it made the situation worse. it made him less interested in coming.
Is he here?
I mean, technically.
Then all is going according to plan.
All right. I'm starting to wonder. I'm starting to wonder what side you're on, really.
I'm on the side of good things, okay? Do you want to save everybody?
Sure do.
Do you want to remake the world in my image?
Sure do. Wait, what?
Okay, all right, you heard it. I said it's locked in. It's a binding contract, right? That's right. All right, let's go.
Oh, no! Why did I give Venalis a lawyer? What the fuck? This is a huge mistake.
Wait, hold on. Is he part of like the universal, bar? Because he can't practice law here. Then.
Universal bar, yeah. And it's just like, all right. Anyways, out you go into the bar, have as many drinks as you need, and
I never drink when I'm on the job.
Well, you're going to be on the job pretty much 24/7 going forwards, and I think you might need a drink.
All right, then where's the whiskey?
Took a lot of convincing there. Yeah,
I was gonna say, holy fuck.
had to object as a matter of rule, but no one says that if they insist, you have to decline. Okay, so yeah, Galdrick and Bishop enter the bar and sit down with this fucking growing motley assortment of Slump, Rippy, Locke, Sebastian, Galdrick, Bishop, and then Lou too kind of looks at you, Lou, and kind of waves you into the chamber.
All right, Lou will look around and then follow into the chamber.
And it's kind of the same thing. Lou too kind of asks you which ink you'd like, and you say green.
Green, yeah.
And I think Lou too kind of fights you on it a little bit.
Okay,
like kind of saying like green is not the not the choice. Like this is the people from, the white ink could do this, the gold ink could do that. Like he really doesn't think that green is the right choice. But you stick to your guns, you say green ink.
Yeah. I tell him the whole idea is we need someone who's going to stick with it, and I think someone from the green is going to have the type of personality that'll stick all the way through, even when it gets really messed up over there.
Okay, yeah. That actually makes a lot of sense because green got pretty fucked up for a while.
It did.
Yeah, no, that's where the Oberith came in, so it makes a lot of sense that if anyone's going to deal with fucking existence-ending apocalypse, that maybe someone from the green is the one.
Done it all before.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think on that argument, Lou too kind of sees where you're going with this and stops arguing and totally agrees. And so he takes a coin, flips it up in the air, and looks at you for a quick second because Galdrick just tried to take the coin away from him last time.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, it looks really weird to you. He kind of flips it up and kind of darts a look at you like, don't try to grab it.
I assume that he's checking to see that I'm impressed. I think that's what
yeah, okay, yeah, that's your read on the situation.
No, you were doing it. Great job, man.
Very impressive. Excellent.
Really good.
And and so he catches the coin and kind of opens a tear in the air, and a brilliant green portal comes to life. And he places his hands on the surface of the portal and starts Google Maps scrolling around. And why don't you tell me a little bit about the personality of the person, just a little bit of their characteristics of this person to help him in his search to find them?
Well, I think Lou goes in knowing that she wants it to be someone who's a follower of Ogma, because people who are super devoted to Ogma are completely focused on just obtaining information. And she's thinking that's going to be the drive that'll keep somebody voluntarily in the red ink and pursuing this to the point of death, is just that drive she recognizes that from back when she was there. So it's going to be somebody who's a follower of Ogma, and is extremely, curious and all about gathering that knowledge.
Yeah. And I think like as soon as you have the thought of Ogma, like immediately it starts to focus in. It's spider webs and there's a bunch of different ones moving and they're all wearing those blank scroll amulets. They're all garbed in the, standard-ish dress of Ogma. Ogma doesn't have a really strong dress code per se, but there's just something about them all that kind of screams Ogma. And you see just all these followers of Ogma. A lot of them you've met before too, right? When you were there, you spent time in the place of worship in Rena a number of times.
Through the library. Yeah.
Exactly.
So maybe not deeply acquainted with people, but certainly would know their faces or
exactly. You've walked by them, maybe exchanged a pleasantry or something like that. But is the person that you're looking for anyone that you've met before?
I think no. I think that I would maybe, upon seeing them, think, oh yeah, I saw that person at the library when I was there.
Yeah.
But I don't think we ever interacted.
Gotcha. Okay. So all the people that you've kind of met and stuff fall away, and now you're only really seeing basically complete strangers, except maybe that you've seen them.
Yeah.
And why don't you tell me a little bit about what this person does for a living? Like what is their day-to-day job?
I think their primary day-to-day is copying down information. So a scribe kind of thing. But who also wanders out to gather that information as well, and then kind of brings it back and then recounts the stories, and then distributes that knowledge out. So periods of adventure intermixed with long periods of kind of scholarship.
Okay. Yeah. And as all these details start kind of coalescing, the number of images fall away, and it kind of goes from that 5 to 4 to 3. So why don't you tell me what the person looks like when you know it's the one? What are they and their name? So describe their physical appearance first, and then tell me what their name is.
The person is a tabaxi, who is a cat person from D&D. And so they're probably like 6'4", so they're quite tall, but very hunched, definitely used to spending most of their time hunched over on a desk, scribing and writing away. They have gray fur, or she has gray fur, and black stripes. But striking against that fur she has kind of golden orange yellow eyes with round pupils, which is unusual for her people. Usually they're slits. She's got black robes on, but you can see they're still kind of, even though they're black, you can kind of still see the grunginess and kind of stained nature of them. Clearly not a priority for this person.
Yeah.
Just hunched over, furiously writing, and I think maybe somebody was nearby trying to coax this person into going out and helping with, maybe there's a situation outside the city. If they're in Rena now, maybe there's another hippogriff or something like that that's in trouble.
Yeah.
But you can see that this person says, no, I've done that already. I'm not interested in doing that again. I'm not going to help you. I already know what a hippogriff is,
That's really quite cool. Oh yeah, because you said that they're kind of indifferent to suffering.
Yes.
And so the fact that it's still a suffering hippogriff or whatever that's in danger, the fact that they've already seen that and that's knowledge they already kind of have, they're not interested again.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really cool. Okay. So I think and what's their name?
Oh, name. Their name. So tabaxis have names like, rays of the sun and dew on the grass and things like that.
Yeah.
This person's name is Eye of the Tiger.
I love it. I love that.
Nice.
I love that so
Amazing.
much. And so you have this setting where you kind of see this person kind of wave the crisis away, and then time slows down as the person is leaving. They slow way down. I don't even know if I recognizes that this is happening, because they're probably focused on their work. But sure enough, a portal opens up in front of them, and Lou too kind of looks at you, Lou, and says, "All right, you think you can convince this person to literally kind of lay down their life to save the world?"
I think so. I think I can convince them to lay down their life to learn something new.
All right. If you think you can make it work, then by all means, step through and see if you can convince this person to help us.
I'll ask. And I'll step through the portal.
Yeah. Now this I gotta know. What is Eye of the Tiger's response to a portal opening up in front of them and a Lou walking through to greet them?
Eye of the Tiger, you can also shorten it to Tiger or Eye or whatever you
Sure.
like. I think it'd be like a kind of brief moment of shock, like just looking in surprise, and then getting way closer than you would think would happen. Just getting right up in there and really looking at the portal, like not really caring about any kind of danger, just really looking to see, what is this thing? What is this new thing that I'm seeing? And getting really close.
Yeah. Does Tiger have what's Tiger's teeth situation like?
Teeth situation?
I'm wondering, like, okay,
It's a great
'cause
point.
now I kind of care less about Tiger's response. And what is Lou's response to a 6'4" cat person with, I can only assume, having, kind of sharp cat-like teeth, kind of getting in way too close? What the hell is Lou's reaction to this?
Definitely stiffens right up, ready to jump back through the portal if needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely teeth are sharp. You can see the canines.
Yeah.
But nothing else. It's not like a saber tooth situation.
Yeah,
but
totally.
definitely, clearly, could do some damage with the teeth for sure.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's kind of spooky, man. I gotta tell you, if a cat person with
I'd be alarmed too. Yeah.
right, that's kind of scary. With you'd expect somebody to be scared of that happening, and the fact that they would just rush right in, it's kind of spooky.
You're like, that can't be right.
Yeah. Okay. So, what would be? And I mean, hey, listen, we got both kinds now. You can do the full conversational RP both ways and feel the pain of a DM, or you can just describe to me the kinds of things that Lou would say to convince Eye of the Tiger, and what would be their response.
Feel the pain. Feel the pain. Feel the
Lou would say, what would you say to open that conversation? That's a real
Right.
tough one, huh? Good day. Do you want to see something new? And I forgot my character's name. Tiger says, "Whoa, what is this? What do you mean?" And Lou says, so we've got a situation, and you have an opportunity to see something that no one really else has ever seen. Certainly not from your world. And I go on to explain that there's 5 worlds existing right now, and that we need somebody to go to this dangerous red world and take on this kind of impossible mission where you'll learn a great deal, but likely be in great peril along the way. But I think Lou would say that it's for a greater cause. It's gonna, but I think as she starts to say it, she kind of pulls back as she starts to lose Tiger. Like, that's not, I don't really care about that.
Yeah.
So really focusing in on the kind of bizarre nature of the red ink, how so little is known about it, and appealing to that sense of danger and curiosity.
Yeah. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. And I mean, I can only assume that Eye of the Tiger would be quite keen on going through the portal after that.
Yeah, I think so. Would there be any hesitation?
That's a good question. Yeah. What would the final moments look like? The final thing that technically won over Eye of the Tiger, what would be the response? Lou says the thing that Eye of the Tiger needed to hear. What would Eye's kind of, how would they go through the portal? Willingly, eagerly, tentatively?
I think the final argument would be appealing to the kind of devotion to Ogma, and saying that this is kind of a greater offering than you could ever give, staying here. And I think Tiger would take one last look back at the kind of unfinished papers she was working on, and then just charge through, possibly before Lou does.
I love that. And I think as Eye of the Tiger just kind of charges through the portal, there's this moment where you kind of hang back for just a second and maybe you don't really know why. And you feel a very familiar sensation, and it feels exactly like the time that you hugged Ogma.
Oh.
And you feel this embrace of Ogma, just acknowledging and showing love for a follower that meant a lot to them.
What a great way to go into this next horrible chapter. Have a little comfort to go in with.
Then you step through the portal and you see Lou too, a little bit taken aback at the fact that you brought a 6'4" cat person into the chamber, and that I assume Eye of the Tiger is probably interested in the things that they see in there, huh?
Deeply so. Does Lou have his goggles on?
No, he doesn't. He's lost the goggles.
That's still it's all part of the gold key.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Certainly looking very closely at the buildings.
Yes, exactly. Right. The floating buildings with the different colored kind of lights around them and stuff.
I think she'd go to put kind of bat it with a paw hand.
Yeah.
Maybe Lou and the other Lou stop her before she does that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Lou and Lou are both like, no, please. And then when they can finally get Eye of the Tiger kind of away from the buildings and towards the door, Lou too kind of follows you guys out into the bar, where now we see everyone assembled. We see giant fucking 10-foot tall melted meat mountain slump sitting next to the most well-dressed, badly dressed person you've ever seen, Rippy Mersion, sitting next to Locke, who is just always so clean cut, prim and proper, sitting next to this guy who just like really looks like he rolled out of the gutter kind of thing, and has that kind of look of that was the bottom of the barrel he got scraped out of
Can you describe him physically, what he looks like, what his hair color is, how tall is he washed, does he have facial hair?
Yeah. Locke, if you want to describe Sebastian a little bit.
Locke?
Sorry, my mic is acting all weird. I'm sorry about that.
No problem.
One more time.
Would you be able to describe what Sebastian looks like physically?
Pretty lanky. Like maybe slightly toned, but not necessarily because he's been working out in the raid, so to speak, but more that there's not a lot of meat on him. That type of deal. I guess lean or I guess he's more lean than what I said previously, but it looks like skeleton with some meat on it, like almost he's been slightly what's it called, not decimated, but emaciated. Yeah.
And what color hair, how long, facial hair, grimace, scars?
Dark, I'd say dark brown hair, pretty long, pretty scraggly, unkempt, short beard, kind of on the shorter side, blue eyes, and well, obviously reeks of filth.
And what was his motivation? What was like his driving motivator?
Survival.
Got it, Raj.
And then sitting next to Sebastian, looking real rough, is short little Galdrick, looking pretty good. Maybe not quite as good as the man he's sitting next to, Bishop Kane.
Okay.
I'm just saying, Bishop Kane, I don't know.
He's just taller.
I don't know. He puts a little bit more time. I feel like he puts a little bit more time and effort into his looks.
Well, I've been fighting and defending the world. Okay, he had to go to court. Okay.
Sitting next to Lou, just covered in the layers of scarves and dresses and tassels. Sitting next to a 6'4" cat person, which I don't think anybody else is probably handling very well. I can only imagine that, especially Bishop, Sebastian, and Rippy. I don't know that they've ever considered the existence of a fucking ambulatory bipedal 6'4" gray furred black streaked fucking cat person before, who probably has absolutely no sense of personal space as they're looking around. And this is the party that's going to I guess save the universe here now.
Yep. Existence, basically.
Where's that song? It is there it is. Okay. And with that, Lu 2 kind of steps up and says, all right, so you've all had some time to kind of meet each other a little bit, probably find out way too much information, and at the same time, not nearly enough information. But unfortunately, time is very severely against us at this point, so I'm going to tell you what you need to know, and then I'm going to kind of send you off, and you're just going to have to make do. So I'll talk for a bit. I'll answer a very few questions, and then it'll be go time. Where you will be going is a place that we call the Red Ink. That's just the name we have for it. And we know very little about this place. We know some of the fundamentals, but we don't know names. We don't know people. We don't know the details of the systems, but I'll tell you what I do know. The person that we're fighting against so hard is a person named Volos. He basically rules the red ink. He has constructed a pyramid-like structure, sociopolitically speaking, with him at the very top, and everyone below him is both indebted to him and fearful of his power. And let me tell you, I cannot stress enough just how much power that is. The world you'll be going to consists of industrial megacities where common folk are worked to death. They suffer a society that profits from their agony. They mill about in barely adequate cluster living. They work long hours at jobs that have literally no point. And antagonism within the society is highly encouraged and sparked from the higher-ups. They're paid just enough to survive. And when they try to band together to overthrow their companies, they're either exiled to the dangerous wilds outside the cities, or else they are straight up killed by their employers, as the employers have the actual ability to mutate into horrific monsters at will. And speaking of mutations, people will randomly come upon, we can only call it the change. And it starts with abdominal pains and ends with the person transforming into some sort of beastly, mindless monster. Sometimes they try to suppress it and they transform in the city. When that happens, they're often killed by the more sentient monsters that run the cities. And rarely they're driven off into the wilds that surround the cities so they can just live in the wilds and become dangers. Sometimes, if the person knows they're going to transform, they will willingly leave the city and transform out in the wilds. Very rarely, and without any rhyme or reason that we can discern, someone undergoing the change will be selected by the higher-ups and brought to Volos and the council. And if they are deemed worthy by Volos, he uses his powers to manipulate the change in such a way that the person can change into and back from their monstrous state at will. And at this point, they're known as the Ascended, and they become the elite of the Red Ink. They no longer need to work the usual grind. They can take whatever they want. They can do whatever they want. And they're put in charge of the companies. They owe a favor to Volos, and their only instruction is to ensure the complete and utter oppression and suppression of the employees. Lenience or fail to do as they're tasked inevitably results in Volos and the council removing their sentience, forcing them into a state of mindless beast, and exiling them to the wilds. Now, you four, you new four, you will need to enter the world. I don't know how, but you'll need to find a way to climb the ladder into Volos' good books. You'll need to somehow become an Ascended, locate a cube that Volos uses to draw the power of the planar keys, destroy the cube, discover any backup plans that he has, and destroy those as well. And you four have been chosen because you seem the best suited at manipulating systems such as the one that Volos has constructed and having success. The caveat to this is that it's a one-way trip. There's no coming back after this. Chances are very good that you'll die at some point. I can only imagine, after ruining Volos' plans, that you are in for not only a death, but probably an unpleasant one. and there'll be no way to come back here.
Okay, this isn't helping.
I need these four to understand that self-preservation cannot be an end goal of this mission. Do what you need to do. Survive how you need to survive. And I don't want to think about what that means. But the end of the mission has to be destruction of Volos's plans. Now, the process of becoming ascended probably comes with quite a bit of luxury, quite a bit of success, quite a bit of happiness. You will likely enjoy spoils the like of which you could never imagine for a time. And the goal can't be to stop there. If you don't stop Volos, he will run everything, and you will no longer have control of your lives. He'll take over, and your fate, your destiny, will be what he makes it, and you won't have a choice, and you won't even know why. The failure of this mission is far worse than any death Volos could give to you. So the death by Volos's hands, as unpleasant as it could be, isn't even remotely as bad as life with him winning. And I need you to understand that.
But it's not completely certain that you're going to die. By the way, you could.
Yeah, he's just wanting to give you a worst case scenario, but it's really, I mean, there's a good chance you'll be fine. Honestly,
yeah, just make it to the rendezvous.
It's gonna be okay.
Make it to the rendezvous.
Yeah, make it to the rendezvous point. You'll be
perfectly fine.
Teleport you right back. It's okay. We've done this a million times before. He's just making. He's paid to make it sound negative. It's like a safety guy. Hallelujah, Joker.
Why do we keep hiring him? So morbid.
God.
All right, with that, it's kind of time to take your mission and head forward. Are there questions?
Yes. Do I need to roll any stats?
Wouldn't worry about that quite yet.
Oh, all right.
The process of stepping through into another ink will it's gonna change you a little bit.
What do you mean?
Well, your body's going to change, and your mind is gonna kind of change, and you'll be able to do things that you've never been able to do before. But right. you'll probably also be unable to do some of the. Well,
I can never figure out those damn hooks.
There's a chance. I can't say no. You might be able to crochet when you walk through.
Good.
I'm talking a little bit about more like you might be able to wield magic. Or
I already do. Kind of like what I point to he points to his mind.
He's talking about his brain.
All right, I can see why you picked.
You'd be amazed at some of the things I pulled off in court.
I doubt
People
that.
Called them magical for days.
I strongly doubt. I've been around for a while. I've seen most things. Now,
all right.
So you'll change, and one positive thing is that your will actually affects the change a little bit. So if you really want to learn how to crochet, if you think about it a lot when you go through the portal, you'll probably be able to crochet on the other side.
Careful now. So what if someone were to go through the portal really thinking about reshaping the universe in their image? Thinking about it.
Then they'd probably really still look like themselves when they went the other side.
Oh, okay.
You really can only change yourself, not really the things around it. And kind of only to a degree. I mean, you'll see when you go through. It's kind of an experience, and You're kind of like Flubber when you come out the other side for a little bit. Any questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is?
Explain what the fuck is Flubber?
Okay, I was gonna ask.
Why is he
same
way in the
thing.
back?
I don't. Rippy, you can you just move up closer. You don't.
You can come over here. Stop hiding behind the bar.
I wasn't putting the silverware in me pants. It was someone else.
You.
It
Oh
wasn't
Jesus.
me.
You can keep it. You can keep it.
I didn't do it though.
Okay. Either way.
Yeah,
Oh,
fine.
it happened. Get over here.
Fine. Right. What's Flubber?
It's a movie from the 90s.
Yes,
Fuck's the 90s.
Don't worry about it. It's different. Different
right.
ink, anyways. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
all right. So, you'll just be a little bit wiggly when you get over there,
Okay.
and then you'll harden up.
Oh, no worries there, mate.
Yeah, you know,
Rippy's always rock hard.
Oh my God.
I had a feeling you might make some kind of joke. You look like the kind of person who'd make a joke like that.
Yes, he does.
So, all right, if the only question was about Flubber, then I suppose you're probably ready to go through. Or any other questions?
Yeah, we just need to know what the rendezvous is.
Oh,
We'll contact you. You'll see. You'll know. Oh, all right.
all right. So if there's no other questions, some information is top secret until critical times, such as some things that may have already been asked, like that one maybe.
What, the rendezvous? All right, good.
Something like that, yeah. Any other questions?
What are you waiting for?
I mean, I'm ready to go right. Well, does the gravity situation really affect you?
It's pretty much we got to go in here, do some sort of corporate sabotage, and then make it out. It seems pretty simple.
Oi, question for you, bruv. And he kind of leans in and sort of puts an elbow. So, Rippy, in addition to having that white suit, he's sort of an average height. Looks like he's somewhere 30s, 40s-ish of age. He's kind of got a bit of a pudgy face, and he's got kind of greasy businessman hair. Like it's like a few inches long, and it's like always permanently greasy, and he's always taking off his top hat and like running his hands through his dark brown greasy fucking hair.
Yeah.
And then putting his hat back on and like looking at his fingernails and sticking his hand out with his cane in one hand. So he's sort of leaning on Lou too, and then on his cane on the other hand, and sort of looking at his hands. Just a question, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. Question for you, bruv. I would say have some community service hours that I wanted to disappear. What do you think there, friendo? You make it go bye-bye?
I tell you what,
Right.
you agree to this, and I'll promise you'll not have to do 1 second of that community service.
He's like looking around, gesturing to the rest of the group and pointing that at us. This bloke, he's got to take away all my community service hours. All I got to do is come in there, live the piss posh little spot torture. All right. And then he just like walks away and joins the rest of the group, just looking on like he has an idea of what the fuck is happening.
Okay. And with that, Lou too pulls out one last coin and holds it in the air and says, all right, I don't know where you'll end up. I don't know who you'll see. So good luck. And he opens up a big red portal. He says, when you're ready. But now would be great, though.
Okay. Galdrick starts to walk.
No.
Slump grabs him by like the head to stop him from walking. I think Rippy just like whistling a tune and with sort of a vacant smile, twirling his cane, walks through the portal. And you can't tell if it's because he's sure that he's going to be fine or he just doesn't understand what he's getting himself into. But he looks like he has no care in the world.
All right, yeah.
I guess Kane would look back and just be like, all right, well, as long as it's fun. I'll just slowly walk through the portal.
Yep.
Eye of the Tiger will look at Lou and just slowly push a glass of milk off the table before getting up. Just eye contact the whole time, pushes the water.
Oh my god.
And then it gets up and goes through the...
Just fucking unbroken eye contact. Fucking wow. All right.
Fucking awesome.
That's amazing. All right, and Sebastian, how does Sebastian handle this?
I think Sebastian's just kind of wearily eyeing everyone. Like,
Yeah.
they've been made the same deal, so okay, that's good. But he's just, I think he's just a little paranoid from just his nature. So I'd say he walks through the portal, but he kind of keeps to himself. He keeps a little quiet. He's got a nice meal in his gut and some alcohol in his veins, so
Yeah.
probably not nearly as uptight as he would normally be. But he's definitely still kind of like running on survival instincts. But I would say he probably like takes a bottle of whiskey from the bar
Yeah.
and is just like sipping at it as he walks through the portal with the rest of them.
That
Yeah,
makes a
it's
lot of sense.
It's his per diem for the first day. Yeah.
Okay. And the team of the Expendables enters into the final ink. Did that work? There we go.
Hearing chimes, yeah.
And I'm actually going to change your names in Discord so that you match your new names. Change nickname to Bishop Kane, Kine.
Kane.
Kane. Bishop Kane. I think I can probably figure out the spelling for Eye of the Tiger.
It's complicated.
Now Rippy, Rippy.
Bingo.
And then Mersion.
Bingo, common spelling.
Perfect. Yeah. Sebastian. Volt with a V, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. There we go. New names. That's gonna freak people out if they step away or they missed last episode or something like that and they come in and everybody's got new names. What the fuck happened to the party?
They're all dead.
They're all dead. Okay. Eye of the Tiger. Would you like to be called Eye or Tiger?
Oh, I think Tiger would be less confusing.
I agree. I think there's a lot of fun we can have with Eye on the who's on first kind of thing.
I was just literally going to say who's
Yeah.
on first also, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that would be a nightmare after being only mildly funny once. So
Yeah, exactly.
I think Tiger makes a lot of sense. Okay, so Bishop, Tiger, Rippy, and Sebastian. as you step through the portal, the first thing that happens, overwhelming stomach pain.
What?
Uh-oh.
It is the first sign of the change, and it happens as soon as you step through.
Fuck.
It just feels really, really bad. It's like an overwhelming stomach ache where like you don't even think you're gonna throw up. It feels like something's gonna like rip out your guts or something. It feels really bad, but then it kind of passes. And you know it happened, but other than that, there's no lingering effects.